about. A private school in Kerala has become an unlikely political battleground, and the question being asked is the hijab model that was used in Karnataka just a few years ago now being deployed in Kerala as well? Is the politics of polarization being played with children being used as pawns and schools being turned into an arena of political shadow boxing? It all began after a class 8 girl was not allowed to attend the Catholic school, St. Rita's Public School in the Paluruthi area of Kochi. Why? Because she suddenly decided to wear a hijab. What followed was angry parents storming the school with some local activists, which authorities claimed were members of the SDPI, the Islamist group, which is nothing more than a front of the banned Popular Front of India. What was their demand? Their demand was that irrespective of what the uniform code is, remember, every school decides what the uniform for that school is going to be. It was spelled out very clearly to the student and parents, but suddenly there was a change of heart. Now the parents and these so-called activists decided that this class 8 girl should be allowed to wear a hijab inside her classroom. Naturally, the school said no. But the student, her family and supporters have persisted with this demand. They have threatened protests. Following this ruckus, the Kerala High Court granted police protection to the school on their request. Additionally, the school also had to declare a 2-day holiday to avert a law and order issue. And here is where things get extremely curious. Why did this demand surface suddenly? Remember, the girl in question took admission to this Catholic school in June, and at that time, the rule about what the school uniform is, what you're required to wear on campus, it had all been clearly mentioned, and the girl's parents had agreed to it. Till the 6th of October, this young woman even wore the uniform just like everyone else. They wear a trouser and shirt. And to top it all, she's not the only one. There are 117 Muslim children among the 450 odd students there. All of them have no qualms in sticking to the rule about the uniform. Then what led to this one family, this one child and their so-called supporters striking this discordant note?
ഞാനിവിടെ എനിക്ക് സ്കൂളിൽ ഷോളിടാൻ സമ്മതിക്കുന്നില്ല. പിന്നെ അവിടെ ആ ഗേറ്റിൽ കുറച്ച് നീങ്ങിയിട്ട് ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് ഷോൾ ഉരിച്ചിട്ട് ക്ലാസ്സിൽ കയറുള്ളൂ. അല്ലാണ്ട് ഷോൾ ഊരാണ്ട് കയറാനും പറ്റില്ല. അങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞത് ക്ലാസ്സിൽ നിന്ന് ഉരിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടാണ് ഇറക്കിയത്. പിന്നെ ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് ഈ അനാവശ്യമായിട്ട് വർത്താനൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു, വേണ്ടാത്ത വാക്കുകളൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു, പരിപാടിക്ക് അങ്ങനെ കാണുള്ളൂ എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞ്. പിന്നെ ഈ അഹങ്കാരി എന്നുള്ള ബോർഡ് 3-4 തവണ വിളിക്കണത്. അതാണ് ഞാൻ ഒന്നും പറയാറില്ല. എല്ലാ പിള്ളേരും പറയണത് ഈ മിസ് ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് പറയണതെന്നാണ്. ഈ ഷോൾ ഇടാന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ സ്കൂളിൽ പഠിക്കുള്ളൂ.
എന്താണ് നിങ്ങളുടെ മാനേജ്മെന്റ് സ്റ്റാൻസ്? എന്താണ് ഇത്, ഈ ഒരു വിഷയം ഇപ്പോ വരാൻ കാരണം എന്താണ്?
ഇതൊരു ആസൂത്രിതമായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ശ്രമം, ക്രിസ്ത്യൻ മാനേജ്മെന്റ് സ്കൂളുകൾ തകർക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള ആസൂത്രിത ശ്രമമാണെന്നാണ് ഞാൻ ഇപ്പോൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കുന്നത്. കാരണം ഈ വിദ്യാർത്ഥി 4 മാസമായി ഈ സ്കൂളിന്റെ എല്ലാ മാനദണ്ഡങ്ങളും പാലിച്ചുകൊണ്ടാണ് സ്കൂളിൽ പ്രവേശനം ആരംഭിക്കുകയും പഠനം തുടരുകയും ചെയ്തത്. 8ാം സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡിലാണ് കുട്ടി ആദ്യമായി ഇവിടെ പഠിക്കാൻ വരുന്നത്. 2025-26 അധ്യയന വർഷം തുടങ്ങുമ്പോൾ ഈ കുട്ടി ഇവിടെ പഠിക്കാൻ മറ്റൊരു സ്കൂളിൽ നിന്ന് വരുന്നു. ആ കുട്ടിക്ക് ഞങ്ങൾ ഇവിടെ പ്രവേശനം കൊടുക്കുന്നു. പഠനത്തിൽ വളരെ പിന്നോക്കം നിന്ന അവസ്ഥയിലായിരുന്നു കുട്ടി ഇവിടെ വരുന്നത്. ഞങ്ങൾ ടെസ്റ്റ് നടത്തിയിട്ടാണ് ഈ കുട്ടിയെ നമ്മളിവിടെ അഡ്മിഷൻ കൊടുത്തത്. പക്ഷെ ടെസ്റ്റ് പരാജയപ്പെട്ടിട്ടും ഈ കോൺവെന്റ് കോൺഗ്രിഗേഷൻ ആയതുകൊണ്ട് അമ്മമാരുടെ ഒരു സാന്ത്വനം ഉള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് ആ കുട്ടിയെ ഉയർത്തിക്കൊണ്ടുവരാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ആ കുട്ടിക്ക് ഞങ്ങളിവിടെ അഡ്മിഷൻ കൊടുക്കുകയാണ് ഉണ്ടായത്.
Okay, so you are essentially saying that this is a concerted and a attack against a Christian managed institution. Is that correct?
Yes, അതെ.
Okay, and is there a particular group that you think was involved in this?
ഓക്കെ അതത് നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവില്ല. പെർട്ടിക്കുലർ ഒരു ഗ്രൂപ്പ് തന്നെ ഇതിന് വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടെന്നുള്ളതാണല്ലോ നമ്മൾ ഈ 2-3 ദിവസങ്ങളായിട്ട് കണ്ടുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. SDPI അതെ. ഇത് ഇവിടെ വന്ന് സംസാരിച്ച SDPIയുടെ തൃപ്പൂണിത്തറ നിയോജക മണ്ഡലം വൈസ് പ്രസിഡന്റ് ആണ് ഇവിടെ വന്നത്. ഈ ഒരു വിഷയം ഉന്നയിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് രക്ഷിതാക്കളെക്കാൾ ഉപരി ഇവർക്കായിരുന്നു ആവശ്യം ഈ കുട്ടിയെ ഹിജാബ് ധരിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇത്തരം വസ്ത്രങ്ങൾ ധരിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് സ്കൂളിന്റെ അന്തരീക്ഷം തകർത്തുകൊണ്ട് പഠിപ്പിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള ശ്രമമാണ് ഇവിടെ നടത്തിയത്.
So, a curious change of heart. And the spotlight now is firmly on the pro-Islamist Social Democratic Party of India, or the SDPI, which, like I said, is nothing more than a front for the now banned Popular Front of India, the extremist organization. The school alleges that it is members of the SDPI who instigated the girls' parents and precipitated the protest, exactly like what was seen in Karnataka as well. So, is Kerala now the new theatre of polarization by this Islamist organization, and where do the mainstream parties stand on this? Will they stand up for the rights of children of this school? Remember, it's a Catholic school. Christian organizations, church organizations have spoken up against this imposition of hijab on the students there. Which side, whose side will the mainstream parties choose?
ഒന്ന് ഈ വസ്ത്രത്തിന്റെ കാര്യത്തിൽ എന്ത് ധരിക്കണമെന്ന് സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം സ്കൂൾ അധികാരി ഇടപെടാൻ വേണ്ടി പാടില്ല. രണ്ടാമത്തെ കാര്യം, അവിടെ ഒരു യൂണിഫോം ഉണ്ടാവും. അത് ആ യൂണിഫോം അവിടെ എല്ലാ വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളും അംഗീകരിക്കേണ്ടതായിട്ടും. പിന്നെ യൂണിഫോം മറയ്ക്കുന്ന നിലയിൽ ഒരു വസ്ത്രം ഇട്ട് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിന്നെ അതൊരു സ്കൂളിന് പൊതുവിലൊരു ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുണ്ടാകുന്ന ഒരു ശിക്ഷണം. അതിൽ രക്ഷകർത്താക്കളും വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളും ഓരോ സ്കൂളിലെ സാഹചര്യം അനുസരിച്ച് അവരോട് സഹകരിക്കുക എന്ന നിലപാട് മാത്രമേ സ്വീകരിക്കാറുള്ളൂ.
SDPയുടെ നേതൃത്വത്തിലാണ് ഇവിടെ നടന്ന ഈ പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾക്ക് മുഴുവൻ SDP ആണ് നേതൃത്വം കൊടുത്തത്. നമ്മളെല്ലാം അഭിമാനത്തോടുകൂടി പറഞ്ഞിരുന്ന നമ്മുടെ കേരളത്തിൻ്റെ മതേതര സ്വഭാവത്തിന് വലിയ കളങ്കമുണ്ടാക്കുന്ന ഒരു നിലപാട്. ഒരു കുട്ടി ഹിജാബ് ധരിക്കുന്നതിന് ഒരു തെറ്റുമില്ല, യാതൊരു തെറ്റുമില്ല. പക്ഷേ ഇവിടെ 117 കുട്ടികൾ ഇവിടെ മുസ്ലിം സമുദായത്തിൽപ്പെടുന്ന കുട്ടികൾ പഠിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഈ സ്കൂളിനൊരു ഡ്രസ് കോഡുണ്ട്, അത് പാലിക്കണമെന്ന് എല്ലാവർക്കുമുള്ളൊരു നിർബന്ധമാണ്. ആ നിർബന്ധത്തിന് അത് കോടതിയും സർക്കാരും എല്ലാം അംഗീകരിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളതാണ്. പ്രൈവറ്റ് മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റ് സ്കൂളുകളിൽ അവരുടെ യൂണിഫോം ധരിക്കുന്നത്. ഇവിടെ വലിയ രീതിയിൽ SDPയുടെ ആളുകൾ വരികയും ഇവരെ ഭീഷണിപ്പെടുത്തുകയും വലിയ രീതിയിലുള്ള സമ്മർദ്ദം ചെലുത്തുകയും സിസ്റ്റർമാരും അതുപോലെ അധ്യാപകരും ഭയന്നാണ് യഥാർത്ഥത്തിൽ 2 ദിവസം ഈ സ്കൂൾ അടയ്ക്കേണ്ട സാഹചര്യം ഉണ്ടായത്. ഇത് കേരളത്തിൽ അനുവദിച്ചു കൊടുക്കാൻ കഴിയില്ല. ഇത് ഇസ്ലാമിക് സ്റ്റേറ്റിൻ്റെ ഒരു പരിച്ഛേദം കേരളത്തിൽ ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുന്നതാണ്. അത് ഒരിക്കലും അനുവദിക്കാൻ കഴിയില്ല.
And that brings us to the big questions on which the buck stops here. Has the political playbook of hijab now been deployed in Kerala after Karnataka? Can rights of students be held hostage to Islamist propaganda? And is this really about dignity or creating disruption? Which way are political parties going to lean? Will they vouch for the right to study, to follow the rules of a school, or are they going to go down the road of appeasement yet again? Pradeep Bhandari, national spokesperson of the BJP, joins us. Pankuri Pathak, national spokesperson of the Congress, is here with us. We also have with us Karan Verma, author, Nigat Abbas of the Congress. Pardon me, not Pankuri Pathak, but Nigat Abbas of the Congress is here with us. But I want to start with you, Mr. Dinesh Varshne, leader of the left, here with us. We also have from the PFI a lady joining us. I'll come to you in just a second, ma'am. Professor Dinesh Varshne, what is shocking is when this entire controversy broke out, the first instinct of your party, which is in power in Kerala, was to say that the mental distress caused to the girl and her parents should be addressed. Here is an unnecessary controversy being created. The rights of children are being snatched. A hijab is being imposed on the students over there. And you say that the mental distress is of the parents and the so-called political activists.
No, we have said that nobody should teach what one should wear or one should not wear. But at the same time, all schools in the country, whether a government school or a private school, have the uniform system in the dressing. And uniform is pedagogically introduced in the schools, and no student should develop a complex about a very good cloth or a bad cloth, or he is rich or he is poor. All should look equal. That is why we say that discipline of the school must be adhered to. Because Kerala is approaching an election. That is why this controversy has been created by some people. And we believe that the girl will be counseled well by the school. And The people of the India and people of the country should understand.
Controversy
Every
has
school
been
over here
created
to
by
be dressed.
which
Even
people,
in Delhi,
Mr.
I have
Varshney?
studied from a school.
Controversy
You are not
has been
allowed to
created
enter
by
in a
which
school
people?
If you are not properly dressed up in a school uniform.
So who has created this controversy?
And what you are saying, SDPI or Popular Front or whosoever, and now there is a link between SDPI and RSS. They tally together in each. All communal organizations meet each other during the election to defeat the progressive forces, to defeat
Right.
the communist forces.
So you're saying that
to
the
defeat those
RSS and the
democratic
SDPI
forces, those who
together are
speak
forcing
against
this
the-
girl to wear a hijab, is it? Why can't you say the word SDPI? I
There
mean,
must
who
be,
is
there can be,
misleading this
there
young
can be.
girl
I'm not sure,
who
but it
suddenly
can be.
decide to wear a hijab to
It
school?
can be. Arey Baba, this girl might be wearing a hijab. She is only a student of, I believe, only 8th standard. She is a very small child. This must be said by a family and others, but school discipline has to be adhered to. In Delhi also, Rekha Gupta cannot say that the school should allow without uniform children into school.
But sir,
Neither Mohan
your
Yadav can
education
say,
minister
nor
in
Bhajan Lal of
Kerala
Rajasthan
actually
can say,
told the
nor
school
Modi ji
that
can say,
allow her
nor
to wear a
your,
hijab.
Amit Shah
Professor
can
Dinesh Varshney, what are you even saying? The education minister, imagine, is saying when there are people
No.
blackmailing
Why should
the
school
school,
allow to have a
he
hijab?
said allow the girl to wear a
She should
hijab.
come in
Why?
the school uniform.
Exactly, there is a school
Who
uniform,
said?
but the education minister said allow her
Nobody
to
said.
wear a hijab.
Kerala education minister has taken a clear-cut stand. The government of Kerala has taken a clear-cut stand. The school discipline must be followed.
Okay, Pradeep Bhandari, are you trying to fish
Become
in
a social
troubled
police
waters? Here,
for
Professor
2
Varshney
years,
is saying
but
very
not 2 years.
clearly, the school discipline must be established. There is no controversy. The RSS has joined hands with PFI, and you are the one trying to create polarization in Kerala, just like you do in the rest of the country.
Well, Padmaja, I believe Mr. Varshney has not spoken to his party since afternoon, because in the evening the Kerala minister has directed the school to ensure that the girl is allowed to wear hijab and continue. So they have chosen hijab over uniform. That is
No,
what
not
has
at
been
all.
the stand
Not
of
at
the
all.
Communist
I have talked
Committee.
to- I have
He is aware
spoken to
about
the
it. I
Kerala
believe
government.
after the show he can call his minister and check.
No,
But
I
at the
am
outset,
very much
Mr.
aware of
Varshney, allow me to
Pradeep.
please make
I
my
have
opening.
spoken to
At the
Kerala
outset,
government.
what did the
I have spoken
Karnataka
to
High
Kerala
Court in its
government.
122-page judgment said
You
in
wanted to create a
2022,
controversy only because elections
Mr.
are
Varshney,
approaching.
I did not interrupt you. Please allow me my opening rebuttal.
criminal
You are
killer
wrong
goes
on
everywhere.
facts. You are wrong
Arey
on
Baba,
facts.
you
I am
in
telling
Bihar,
you what
you
your
are trying
minister
to-
has said.
Oh, you yourself is a morally very corrupt.
Oh, that all is okay. You can
You are
question my
organized
morality,
and morally very corrupt
my
RSS,
ethics, all of that
both.
is fine.
You
That's
have
not the
seen what
debate.
has happened
But
to
Mr.
that boy,
Varshney,
whom you
your
sexually abused
communist
for 4
government
years.
has directed the school to allow hijab. You have chosen an vote bank politics,
Not
Islamic
hijab.
practice.
They said they have
over
directed the school
over
to counsel
secularism.
the girl. They have directed the school to counsel the girl.
No,
Please.
you
Don't
have said that
misquote the
allow
education
Muslim
minister.
girl to continue
I have
studies
spoken
wearing
to them.
hijab.
I have spoken
You
to
are
them.
wrong.
You are not better known.
No, you are absolutely
Better
wrong.
than me.
And you have
You
not
are wrong.
taken
You are wrong.
significant
You
stand
are wrong.
against
My
SDPI.
stand is what my
Padmaja, there is a
party is
clear
saying.
pattern, whether it is Karnataka
No, you
or
are wrong.
now Kerala.
You are a part
What is
and parcel
happening?
of those
The
criminal
school
organizations.
had imposed a practice
You are a part and
of
parcel
following a
of those
uniform
criminal
since a
RSS,
decade, 2 decades,
SDPI,
this school for 3
Hanuman
decades.
Sena,
Everything goes fine.
Balbir
Suddenly
Sena,
a
so
girl
many Senas
and a
who
parent
patronize
comes
are the
up,
same.
backed by the
Same.
SDPI. They say that we want to ensure that the girl can only continue education by wearing hijab.
One at a time.
Boy,
One at a time, Professor Varshney, you've had your say. I'm sorry to say, but you seem to be misinformed because the education minister has been quoted very clearly in newspapers, in Kochi, in Kerala, as saying, allow the girl to wear the hijab. It is the school which stood its ground and said, no. We have a uniform. We will not allow this communalization of our education institution. And you know what is sad? Is that they had to go to court to seek protection, sir. They are literally being held hostage by a bunch of radicals in a state that you are in power in, and you do not have the wherewithal to give them security. They had to approach the High Court, and I frankly think it's shameful that an education institution is being held hostage by this communal politics. 30 seconds to
All
finish your point, then I'll go to
security
Nilat
will
Abbas.
be
allowed.
30 seconds, please, one at a time. Only Pradeep Bhandari speak for 30 seconds. Yes.
See, my argument is the following. If you look at the pattern between Karnataka and Kerala, the pattern has been similar. The schools have been imposing a uniform practice which is what the Karnataka High Court said is absolutely as per the constitutional tenet of reasonable restriction, and it is as per the principle of secularism. Suddenly, a school which has been imposing a practice of having a uniform, a Muslim girl comes up backed by the SDPI, where the parents say that the girl can only continue education if hijab is allowed. Later on, all of this is backed by the SDPI. Ruckus is created, school shuts down, and the SDPI uses its force in order to bulldoze the school. The school has to go towards the High Court in order to get protection. But it depends on the government. In Karnataka, when we were in power, we did not buck into appeasement. Here the communist government, for vote bank politics and for getting the votes of the Muslim community, and because they know that SDPI backs them from behind, and Congress is also silent, they have bucked in and they have allowed the hijab to continue in school over uniform. So my problem here is that they are silently imposing an Islamic practice in a secular constitutional democracy.
Okay, why is the Congress silent? I'm sure they will take the stand that women's rights, the girls' rights should be protected. Won't you, Nighat Abbas? You've taken such a strident stand for the rights of women in Afghanistan. I'm sure you will take the same stand for the rights of women and young girls who are going to school in Kerala, right?
Good evening, Padmaja, to you, my co-panelists, and the viewers of NDTV tonight. So, Padmaja, since you're a very senior and a responsible journalist, I will answer your question, but I'd like to throw one very small question to you, and I'm very hopeful that you will answer. What is more important tonight? To discuss that whether the girls should be allowed to wear hijab in the schools or not. This is more important, which again comes from Kerala, that a 26-year-old Anandu Aji committed suicide, and in his suicide note, he left behind that RSS leaders at the age of 4 sexually abused him, raped him.
Asked for an independent investigation into it. No, Nighat, I will not let you slander a patriotic organization because you cannot stand for the education of girls. Are you saying that talking about education of girls is not
you have to ensure that I get my personal time.
Your partner, alliance partner, communist, tell me, I will not let you slander a patriotic organization like RSS for your vote bank politics.
Because they are afraid of being exposed.
No, are you afraid of calling out that education of girls should be prioritized over hijab?
It is a very sensitive issue. I request you to tell
the topic right now is the sensitivity attached with the right of the girls in the school to be given education.
Nighat Abbas, with great respect, since you said which is more important, I think both of them are equally important. As far as the suicide of that young man is concerned, there is a statement which was put out yesterday in the afternoon by the RSS, and they have said it is suspicious. The Kerala government should immediately probe it, Nighat Abbas. There is no doubt in my mind. There is a communist government.
Boy has committed suicide because he got OCC, because he got OCD.
Arrest the people. Arrest the people. Don't just put out tweets. The left is in government there, Nighat Abbas. Far from sitting on television debates on the issue, immediately every single one of those people who has ever molested that young man should be in jail. Why is there
but sadly we are debating, and sadly Narendra Modi ji and the Honorable Home Minister is not speaking a word about it, and it is about
the organization itself has filed a complaint with the police saying these are serious claims. We want a thorough investigation and we want action to be taken. Now let's just come down to the question.
How well we know that
Nighat, you can't sidestep and derail. You can't sidestep and derail because you owe it to a state where your senior most leader is an MP from. She is a MP from Wayanad, and if girls cannot even go to school because some person turns up one day at the doorstep of the school and says everyone will wear hijab. Why?
Article 25 of the Indian Constitution, I heard you at the first time. Article 25 of the Indian Constitution guarantees an individual to practice, propagate the religion.
The Karnataka High Court in its order in 2022 clearly stated that hijab is not an essential religious practice under Islam. It does not get the protection under Article 25. It does not violate Article 19.
Sorry, I can't debate with
even an Islamic country like Saudi Arabia does not make it compulsory.
Uneducated spokesperson of
I challenge Nighat Abbas, who till yesterday used to say, and I will quote Nighat Abbas. Nighat Abbas, सवाल ये नहीं है कि हिजाब आज है और कल क्यों नहीं है. सवाल ये है कि क्यों शिक्षा के धर्म को धर्म के घर में तब्दील किया जा रहा है. This is you saying, Nigat, you yesterday was backing individuals' right, women's right of education over hijab. Now you've changed party and now you are saying hijab is over education.
The Prime Minister of my country said कि 70,000 करोड़ का अजीत पवार ने घोटाला किया, अगले दिन पार्टी में घुसाया.
You will go around the world in 80 days, but you will not talk about it. Should education come first or hijab come first?
Padmaja, I will not allow this.
You know, I actually, it's very, very interesting because this is how political calculations work. Do you know what? Are you saying that the school should allow the girls to wear hijab even if this parent has woken up after 6 months? I think it is extremely
time.
I think, hold on a second. Let's set a few facts right. Let's put up that fact sheet here. First of all, fact number 1, this young lady took admission in June this year. Fact number 2, this has got nothing to do with some grand RSS conspiracy. It is a Catholic school, and in fact, it is for Catholic organizations who have said this is politicization, this is imposition of hijab, when we had made absolutely clear what the uniform in our school is. This is purely politics. And you know what the biggest irony is? But before I come to that, Nigat Abbas, are you still saying that girls should be made to wear hijab in the school?
In my time, where I could speak, either you were speaking or Mr. Pradeep Bhandari was speaking.
You speak. You have untrammeled time.
No one will interrupt me now.
Speak on the topic.
I'm coming to the topic. I started talking about the right of an individual. I started talking about the 25 article of the Article 25 of the Constitution. You have to stop interrupting me. Now,
okay.
Coming back
30
to the question,
seconds.
yes.
Just answer my question. Should these young women be made to wear a hijab just because the SDPI wants it? Nigat Abbas, all yours.
We live in such a diverse democracy, my friend, that Indian institutions must reasonably accommodate the individual belief as long as they do not harm any individual or the discipline. That's exactly what we do when the Sikhs are allowed, my Sikh brothers are allowed to wear turbans, when they're allowed to carry kirpans to the schools, which are also edgy. Also, they're allowed in the domestic flights. That's the kind of diversity and culture.
Now, here is where state to state, and this is what the Congress will not tell you. Do you know that today Haibi Eden, who is a member of parliament from your party, but the only difference is, Nigat Abbas, that he is a Christian, he said that we will not have anyone impose their rules on us. We will not allow fundamentalist ideology to be imposed on our schools. This is not the Sangh Parivar. This is not the left. This is your Congress MP. Just because he is a Christian, he is saying fundamentalists will not be allowed to dictate.
We respect any girls. We respect his point of view as much as we respect any particular girl's point of view. If she wants to carry a hijab as per her dignity, to cover her hair.
Okay, let me open this out. Karan Verma, this has again come down to, this is such a sad state of deja vu. I can't imagine that the same debate we were having 3 years ago in Karnataka, and it's only a coincidence that it started 1 year before Karnataka was to go into elections, is now replicated in Kerala exactly a year before Kerala is supposed to go into elections. Why? And why do this to children?
So, Padmaja, this is a very dangerous game, and it is being encouraged by the Congress and the Communist Party. It started with the Campus Front of India back in 2021, when it was made to look as if randomly in some schools in Karnataka, Udupi and other schools, you are having this uprising, this clamor for hijab. Whereas it was totally pre-planned, premeditated through a myriad of seminars conducted by the CPI, which is the Campus Front of India, and the SDPI. Both are fronts of PFI, which was eventually banned. Now, PFI is the same organization which encouraged this back in 2008 and 2009. And you know what? It encouraged this in Kerala. And who spoke against it? At that time, it was V.S. Achunanand, a Communist Party leader in 2010, who spoke, and not only that, gave an affidavit in the High Court against the PFI's designs. Similarly, Oman Chandi, a Congress chief minister, again gave an affidavit that PFI is spoiling and vitiating the political atmosphere here. But look what happens 10 years later. Because in Karnataka, when they came to power, one of the first orders they did was to reverse the Karnataka High Court ban on hijab and say that hijab has to be allowed. They took it to the Supreme Court. They are playing with the communal fabric of this country. They want to make as if hijab is the symbol of empowerment.
Nigat Abbas.
brought the law and order situation down to its knees because of this nefarious design of hobnobbing with SDPI and Campus Front of India. It's a shame that the two organizations which have been front of a banned organization, they are playing with fire. They are playing with the communal fabric of this country.
Nigat Abbas, playing with fire?
You remember the Supreme Court's judgment in the Puttaswamy case in 2017, my friend, and also Pradeep Bhandari would tell me that it is the right to privacy. It is not about the right to religion also when it comes to the hijab. It is also the right to privacy. It is the right to dress and appear in a consistent way. And the girl has the right and the ability to do that.
You are so wrong, Nigat. It's unbelievable.
Unless she is harming somebody.
Now you haven't read the Karnataka High Court judgment. Padmaja, you have to allow me 10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds, Karan Verma, then Pradeep Bhandari. I really have to go to Yasmin Farooqi also. Very quickly, Karan Verma.
10 seconds. So the Karnataka High Court has made it clear from the Shirur Mutt judgment that only the essential religious practices are protected under Article 25. Hijab is not an essential practice.
I am talking about
five
Article
pillars
21,
of Islam: Shahada, Salah, Zakat, fasting, and
Puttaswamy judgment in 2017. I clearly mentioned
Puttaswamy judgment doesn't apply here, ma'am.
Pradeep Bhandari,
We are talking, there are rules of the institution.
Nigat, the judgment that you are quoting is to do with right to privacy. After that, the 2022 judgment of the Karnataka High Court was upheld, and it was also upheld in the Supreme Court when certain individuals went to the Supreme Court. And let me exactly verbatim quote the Supreme Court. Hijab is not an essential religious practice under Islam, and it can be restricted to promote uniformity and secularism. It does not come under the protection under Article 25, and it does not violate Article 19 or 21, which you are speaking about. So, what you are blatantly wrong, and I am not saying this, even Nigat agrees to me. Nigat of 2022 will say, and I quote Nigat of 2022, आज स्कूलों में हिजाब मांग रहे हैं और कल क्या मांगेंगे, जरा ये भी सुन लीजिए. This is not what I am saying. Nigat of 2022 agrees with the Karnataka High Court, but Nigat of 2025 has issues with Karnataka High Court because she is in Congress. And I respect Congress point of view. Congress will always choose appeasement over secularism.
प्रदीप भंडारी, आपके जो 5 बजे प्रवक्ता आते हैं ना, आपके राष्ट्रीय प्रवक्ता, वो सारे कांग्रेस से ही चुनाव हो आप.
Nigat, I do not blame you. I understand that the Congress's ideology is pure appeasement. So Rahul Gandhi will not utter a word against SDPI. Priyanka Vadra will not utter a word against SDPI. It is about party-to-party difference. I understand that. I am not blaming you. I understand that you have been forced to utter this because you are in the Congress.
No, but
and the Congress party's ideology is appeasement over secularism. Why has Rahul not spoken about it? 117 Muslim students are there. Only one gun opposed.
It is also about accepting the diversity.
What about the rights of the other 116?
It is also about accepting the diversity.
What about the right of the other school students which do not want to wear it?
But we must remember, there is one person who has spoken, and he is not someone to be taken lightly. Haibi Eden has spoken, and that is what one must wonder. Why? Why is it that he is speaking out, but not the rest of the party? The other MPs who come from the same state, and Yasmin Farooqi, I'm amazed that we are even sitting here and talking about court judgments and precedent. This is about common sense. A young lady who for 6 months has got absolutely no problem. She is in class 8. She was wearing pant and shirt. 114 other girls who are also Muslims are wearing pant and shirt and going to a convent school. Are you seriously telling me that in October 2025, suddenly she woke up to the right to practice religion and she said, today I shall wear a hijab, otherwise my right to practice my religion is under threat. And it just so happened that the SDPI was hanging around her school. Yasmin Farooqi.
थैंक यू. आपने मुझे याद किया, चलिए देर में किया लेकिन किया तो सही. पहली तो रिक्वेस्ट ये करूंगी कि मैं इतने खामोशी से सुन रही हूँ तो मुझे भी खामोशी से सुन लिया जाए, क्योंकि मुझे पसंद नहीं है जब मैं किसी के बीच में नहीं बोलती तो कोई मेरे बीच में ना आए. पहली बात तो आपका प्रोग्राम मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि जैसे ये प्रोग्राम सिर्फ एसडीपीआई को गालियाँ देने के लिए ही किया गया है, क्योंकि यहाँ सिर्फ लोग एसडीपीआई, पहली बात तो मैं क्या ये सबसे सवाल करूं कि क्या एक भी एसडीपीआई वालों ने अपने ऑफिशियली ये बयान दिया है, किसी एक एसडीपीआई के मेंबर ने ऑफिशियली बयान दिया है कि हम इसके साथ दे रहे हैं, या किसी एक ने एहतजाज किया है, कोई धरना दिया है, कोई कोर्ट गए हैं? आप लोग गालियां देने से पहले कुछ सोचते भी हैं कि क्या बोल रहे हैं और क्यों बोल रहे हैं? कोई मैं नेशनल लीडर हूँ एसडीपीआई की, नेशनल जनरल सेक्रेटरी हूँ। टू बी फ्रैंक, खामोशी से पहले सुन लीजिए। दूसरी बात, आप हिजाब की अगर आप बात कर रहे हैं, मैं कोई मजहब की बात नहीं करती हूँ आपसे हिजाब के लिए। मेरा ये कहना है अगर कोई लड़की सर ढकना चाह रही है तो प्रॉब्लम क्या है? वहाँ की कॉन्वेंट की जो मैंने अभी तस्वीर देखी है, फोटोग्राफ देखा है, जो प्रिंसिपल है उसने सर ढक रखा है, उस पे को फिर तो ये एकदम दो अलग अलग चीजें हो गई ना। तो टीचर्स तो वो काम करेंगी पर स्टूडेंट्स वो काम नहीं कर सकती, ये तो बिल्कुल ही अजीब बात हो।
ठीक है, अब मैं बताऊं यास्मीन जी, पहली बात तो ये है कि एसडीपीआई अगर कोई भी अपना पॉलिटिकल एजेंडा करेगा तो ये बता के तो करेगा नहीं कि हाँ जी हम ही इस स्कूल के ऊपर अटैक करवाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं या हम ही एक अनरेस्ट करवा रहे हैं।
हम डरते नहीं हैं,
कर्नाटका में
हम डरते नहीं हैं किसी से, और अगर हम मैदान में आएंगे तो आएंगे,
ये
डर के नहीं आएंगे, पीछे खड़े होके नहीं आएंगे।
लेकिन क्या आप कह रहे हैं,
कर रहा है,
आप कह रहे हैं कि जो क्रिश्चियन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन
उसकी जांच चल रही है,
कर रहे हैं,
इट्स नॉट फेयर।
कैथोलिक स्कूल
हिजाब आपका पर्सनल मैटर है,
वो झूठे।
अगर वो लड़की हिजाब पहनना चाहती है तो उसको कोई नहीं रोक सकता।
उसको रोक सकते हैं क्योंकि जब आप स्कूल में जाते हैं आप यूनिफॉर्म मांग करके जाते हैं। यास्मीन जी, जब मैं इस ऑफिस में काम करती हूँ मैं इसके रूल्स को मांग करके आती हूँ। मैं कल ये नहीं कह सकती मैं अपनी मनमर्जी का करूंगी।
सर पे प्रिंसिपल ने क्यों पहन रखा है? नहीं, मनमर्जी ना, सिर्फ आपको मनमर्जी लग रहा है। एक लड़की को, एक औरत को आप कहेंगी कि ये तो करो और ये मत करो।
यास्मीन जी, जब इस लड़की ने कॉन्वेंट में एडमिशन लिया था तो
एक बात और, वही एक मिनट, नन पूरी बात सुन लीजिए,
अपना हैबिट पहनेंगी। नन हैबिट पहनती हैं। अगर आपको नहीं पसंद और आपको हिजाब पहनेंगी तो आप उस स्कूल में नहीं आते, आप दूसरे स्कूल में जाते। बहुत सारे ऐसे स्कूल हैं जहां आप हिजाब पहन सकते हैं हमारे देश में।
कोई एक दिन में तो गई नहीं है वो। आप लॉजिकल बात करिए, आप मुझसे लॉजिकल बात करिए। वहीं के विशब ने
6 महीने बाद
जाके विशब ने, आप अगर क्रॉस पहन रही हैं तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, आप क्रॉस पहन के जा रही हैं तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। अंदर आप चंदन टीका लगा के जा रहे हैं तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है आपको।
कैसे पता वहां चंदन टीका अलाउड है?
फैलाना है।
आपको कैसे पता वहां चंदन टीका अलाउड है? कॉन्वेंट स्कूल में चंदन टीका नहीं अलाउड होता है यास्मीन जी, मैंने पढ़ा है,
मुझे मालूम है ना।
हमारे को चंदन टीका नहीं अलाउड था और हम नहीं पहनते थे।
आप
हमको मौली नहीं अलाउड थी, हम नहीं पहनते थे, पर वो मेरी मर्जी है।
विशब का बयान पढ़ लीजिए मैडम, पूरी सुन लीजिए, बात सुनना भी सीखिए। क्या एंकर को ये शोभा देता है कि वो सिर्फ अगेंस्ट में बोले, वो फेवर में नहीं बोल सकती।
अगर कोई रोकेगा किसी लड़की के राइट को इम्पिंज करेगा कि वो जाकर के पढ़े, आफ्टर नोइंग व्हाट द रूल्स इज, आई विल स्पीक अबाउट इट। और मेरे हिसाब से ये मेरे को हर किसी को शोभा देता है। आप प्लीज मैम मेरे को व्हाट इज राइट एंड रॉन्ग पे प्लीज लेक्चर मत कीजिए।
दुपट्टे को मजहब से जोड़ दिया। मैं मजहब से, मेरा दिल चाहता है मैं सर पे दुपट्टा ओढ़ूं। आप कौन होते हैं मुझे मना करने?
मैं वो होती हूँ कि मैं स्कूल की प्रिंसिपल हूं और आपने रूल्स एक्सेप्ट किए। चलिए लेट्स ओपन दिस अप अगेन। प्रदीप भंडारी बताइए कि आपने इसको मजहब से क्यों जोड़ दिया?
कोई रूल नहीं।
डिग्निटी पॉइंट नंबर 1 and second, nuns are also covering their head over there. You never had a problem with that.
My fundamental argument is the following: the uniform of the school has been prescribed and is being continuing from the last 30 years. When the girl took the admission, she was aware about the uniform of the school. So for the last 5 months, she was okay to not wear a hijab, knowing that it was not part of the uniform. But suddenly आपको एक दिन याद आया, पीछे से SDPI के लोग आ गए कि नहीं हिजाब के नाम पर जो है वहाँ पे दंगा भड़काने का प्रयास करो। कैसी बातें कर रही है मैडम आप? अरे आपको स्कूल खोलना है जिसमें आपको हिजाब को यूनिफॉर्म बनाना, बनाओ।
आप एसडीपीआई पे इल्जाम
अरे आप लोग मर्डर के अंदर आपके एक्टिविस्ट जो है वो एक्यूज्ड है, जेल जा चुके हैं। आप पीएफआई का फ्रंट हो जो 2014 में जाता है। आप देश के संविधान को सामने मानते हो, पीछे से आप इस्लामिक राष्ट्र चाहते हो।
कोई ऑफिशियल बयान आया है, बोलने से मैं कुछ नहीं।
अरे बोलने से कि क्या कर रही है मैडम आप बताइए। आप स्कूल खोल लीजिए जिसमें आप हिजाब को बोल दीजिए कि हिजाब के पहले कोई भी महिला नहीं आएगी।
एसडीपीआई को बदनाम कर,
अरे बदनाम हो ही आप पहले से, हमको बदनाम करने की जरूरत नहीं है। आपको सिर्फ कांग्रेस चाहती है, इसीलिए विपक्ष में बैठी है।
आप बदनाम कम हो क्या? एक
अरे हो बदनाम आप,
लड़का मर गया।
कह रहा हूं मैडम, आपको अगर लगता है कि मेरा पॉइंट ये है,
कहने से क्या होगा?
Girl was aware that the uniform did not allow hijab. How suddenly girl wanted to make hijab necessary for coming to education?
आप अपने पास रखिए, मैं
आप
इतनी
आज
बकवास
मैडम
सुनने
जो है
की
ना,
आदी
आज
नहीं
आपका
हूँ।
तथ्य सामने
मैं
नहीं आ
अपनी
पा रहा
पार्टी के
है।
लिए नहीं सुनती।
नहीं, आप बताइए, आज आपने आप
मैं अपनी
5
पार्टी
महीने
में सुनिए,
5 महीने
मैं
29 दिन तक आपको दिक्कत
मैं ना
नहीं थी,
बदतमीजी
आपने
करती ना बदतमीजी सुनती। प्लीज शट अप। मैं बात ही नहीं कर रही आपसे।
मैडम थोड़ा सा
मैं
अपने
एंकर से
आप
बात
मेरे
कर
से
रही हूँ,
बड़ी
मैं आपसे
हैं,
बात नहीं
आप
कर रही।
ऐसी बातें ना अपने घर में
आपसे
करा
बात
करिए,
नहीं।
मेरे से मत करिए प्लीज।
मैं आपसे बात नहीं कर रही।
हाँ, तो आप
मैं
जो है
आपसे
आज
बात
आपने
नहीं
साबित
कर
कर
रही।
दिया, फॉर
और
यू
ना आपको
एजुकेशन
जवाब
ऑफ गर्ल डज नॉट टेक द प्रायोरिटी, फॉर यू रनिंग द इस्लामिक एजेंडा टेक्स द
तो
प्रायोरिटी।
चाहे बोलने का क्या है, बोलती रहिए।
मुस्लिम बच्चों की
नहीं, आप
एजुकेशन
ये
के
साबित
खिलाफ
कर रहे
है।
हैं कि औरत को उसकी मर्जी
अरे
का
आप
काम
कौन होती
नहीं
है वो
करने
निर्धारित करने
देंगे।
वाली? वो स्कूल के
आप
अंदर
ये
उसी
साबित कर
समय
रहे हैं।
वो महिला, वो औरत जो है वो बिना
क्या?
हिजाब पहने भी एजुकेशन ले रही थी।
आप
जब
निर्धारित
उसने
कर रहे हो
admission लिया,
ना?
तब उसको पता था
आप निर्धारित कर रहे हो, आप निर्धारित कर रहे हो, आप निर्धारित कर रहे हो किसी अरे अभी उस लड़की की तरफ देखो जिसका रेप हुआ है। और उसने
अगर आपको लगता है दैट दिस इज ओनली अबाउट द डिग्निटी ऑफ वुमेन, वहां पे 114 और लड़कियां पढ़ रही हैं, क्या आपको लगता है वो डिग्निफाइड नहीं है? उनमें हया नहीं है?
नेवर नेवर मैंने डिग्निफाइड, आप गलत रुख ले जा रही हो मैम। आप मेरी बात तसल्ली से सुनो। मैं कोई ये नहीं कह रही कि हिजाब पहनना जरूरी है। मेरा हमेशा ये कहना है कि मेरी मर्जी है, मैं दुपट्टा ओढ़ूं, सर पे ओढ़ूं, ना ओढ़ूं, ये मेरे पे तो छोड़ दो ना। मुझे कब तक पाबंद करोगे? क्या आप ओढ़ोगे?
तो ये बोलेंगे आर्मी के अंदर भी हमारी मर्जी चलेगी, पुलिस फोर्स में भी हमारी मर्जी चलेगी, पूरे जहाँ जाएंगे हमारी मर्जी चलेगी। ये प्राइवेट स्पेस में
चल रही है,
चल सकती है, पब्लिक स्पेस में इनकी मर्जी चल सकती है। यही कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन
चल रही है, चल रही है। आपके कहने से कुछ नहीं होगा, आपके ये फ्रिक्शन डालने से फ्रिक्शन नहीं होगा।
ओके, निगत अब्बास, निगत अब्बास,
एक हैं, हम हिंदुस्तानी एक हैं, एक रहेंगे।
Padmaja, first of all, dignity can be defined for different individual differently. Now, let's come to dignity. जब आप बात करो तो करवा चौथ में, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर हिंदू हमारी बहनें अपने हस्बैंड की लंबी आयु के लिए व्रत रखती हैं, दैट डजंट मीन कि मुसलमान जो व्रत नहीं रखते वो अपनी हस्बैंड की आयु की चिंता नहीं करते. I mean, what kind of a logic and what kind of an argument is that? Let's not bring uniformity of dress into uniformity.
Slandering the Hindu faith.
Please be quiet. Stop behaving like a child. Please,
no,
please be
Nigat,
quiet.
sorry.
You are an
If you have
intellectual
issues with
individual.
first-time
I believe.
voters, I can
Stop
understand
behaving
that.
like a child right now. Stop
Nigat,
behaving
you can
like
go
a
as
child.
personal on me as possible.
hold on a second, hold on a second. I really don't see. What was the
education? The education system.
Because the Congress party message Nigat, go anti-Hindu, go appease, and at the same time go anti-Hindu.
Okay, let her finish her point, because I really do want to understand what is the Karwa Chauth parallel in this, Nigat Abbas. First of all, correct me, but I really don't think that in any school any girl will be allowed to observe Karwa Chauth. To the best of my knowledge, I have been to school, so have you. We never had any rules allowing us to observe Karwa Chauth in school or even dress up. And again, on a serious note, irrespective of your faith, you are not allowed to wear markers of faith in schools. All of us know it because all of us have been to schools.
So many schools. I have also been a part of a co-ed school. I am a Muslim. My daughter also has just started going to schools. All of the kids are allowed to put tika on their head. They're allowed to put kalawa. My daughter wears kalawa in the school, and nobody stops because that is a faith. That is a belief. So if a girl,
but they're allowed to wear hijab also, right?
Her dignity is the hijab. Why do we stop her? I do not understand. It's an individual.
You're making a very important point. In this school that you're mentioning, if all children are allowed to put a tika, they're also allowed to wear hijab?
Yes, of course.
Then go to that school. Go to that school. Why are you going to a school where a hijab is not allowed and insist and say
again, Padmaja, no. If it hampers the education system, so we should obviously stop it. Unless it does not harm anyone, it should be individual choice. I mean, why cannot we?
Tomorrow I'll sit with my foot on the desk. It is not hampering anyone's education, but it happens to be against the rule. You don't do it.
Just on a lighter note, Nigat was speaking about Karwa Chauth. Well, the legalized age for marriage in India is 18 years, and school students and school girls are less than 18 years of age. So just to make it very, very clear, so married girls do not go to school.
I told you,
okay, I just want to bring it back to the politics, because Nigat Abbas, hold on a second. I think we need to go deeper in this, and I want to bring back Dinesh Varshney and Nigat Abbas on this. The point is that this cannot just be taken as the example of a school. Why do I say this? Because remember, it was in 2020 that the church in Kerala had first used the term, and this is documented. It is the church in Kerala which had used the term love jihad. It is the Christians in Kerala who have actually protested against the Waqf takeover of their land. And now comes a Catholic school, Nigat Abbas, which is saying, we will not have this imposed on us. They are the ones protesting. They are the ones who have gone to the High Court. Today, you just need to take a stand.
Who's asking them to bring that in the uniform? Who's imposing? Who's imposing, Padmaja?
Who's imposing? The SDPI or whoever these shadow organizations are.
No, nobody's asking that to be imposed on the school. But if an individual wants to wear the hijab just to protect her dignity because that girl has that kind of a faith, then
okay, Karan Verma, there is no great toolkit. Even Professor Varshney has said there is no great toolkit. This is one girl who has woken up one day and said, this is what I am going to do. She's in class 8, but fair. One day she may have had a realization.
So, Padmaja, as I said, and I'll repeat, in 2020, there were a range of seminars conducted by the Campus Front of India where they discussed that hijab should be made mandatory. Here they are all hiding behind individual liberty and all of that. It was mandatory. That's how it started. And for Yasmin ji में एक बहुत कमाल का टैलेंट आज हमने देखा कि एक झूठ को इतने बुलंदी से बोला जा सकता है. इन्होंने कहा एसडीपीआई का कौन था वहां पर, कितनी मासूमियत से इन्होंने पूछा. मैं जरा दो नाम इनके बताना
आपको शर्म नहीं आ रही? आप मुझे झूठा बता रहे हैं.
एक है नजीर अहमद.
आप मुझे झूठा
अब्रार अहमद और नजीर अहमद ये 17 मार्च 2022 को अरेस्ट होते हैं जब एक प्रोटेस्ट करते हैं हिजाब के लिए. एंड इन पे सेक्शन लगता है. पद्मजा ये कैसे होगी भाई बात? अगर ये बार बार बीच में बोलेगी तो
सॉरी बोलना पड़ेगा.
आई एम एक्सपोजिंग हर एंड शी इज कंटिन्यूअसली स्पीकिंग इन बिटवीन.
You have to give me वापस आ रही हूँ. 30 seconds दीजिए. Let him just give his factual position on what you claim. I'm coming back to you.
Please. अब्रार अहमद और नजीर अहमद इनके डिस्ट्रिक्ट प्रेसिडेंट हैं एसडीपीआई के कर्नाटका में, जहां पर ये हुआ 17 मार्च 2022 को. ये पूरा प्रोटेस्ट करते हैं, स्टेट को बंद करने की कोशिश करते हैं. आईपीसी के सेक्शन 143 और 147 में अरेस्ट होते हैं. उसके बाद इनकी ये हिम्मत है कहने की कौन एसडीपीआई का सामने आया. अरे मैडम, 2 नाम मैंने आपको बता दिए. इतना मत झूठ बोला करिए जो फैक्ट चेक हो सके लाइव न्यूज के अंदर.
यास्मीन फारूकी
हैज बीन बिहाइंड इट, सो हैज कैंपस.
जो आज पॉइंट पे बात हो रही है उस पे बात करो. आप आए बाय शाये मत जाओ.
मैंने 2
नाम मत जाओ. आज की बात करो.
नज़ीर अहमद और अब्रार अहमद.
आप आज की बात करो. हिजाब पे बात हो रही है, हिजाब की बात करो.
मैं हिजाब.
केरला पे बात हो रही है, केरला पे बात करो. जब उस बच्चे के रेप की बात होती है तो आप वो इधर उधर आप गोल गोल घुमाने लगते हो.
यू आर एक्सपोज्ड ऑन नेशनल टेलीविजन. अगली बार से आप झूठ
मत बोलिए. रेप की केरला रेप की बात हो रही है, बच्चे की केरला रेप की बात हो रही है, तो आप इधर उधर भाग रहे हो.
नहीं मैं उधर
आप केरला हिजाब की बात करो, हिजाब पे बात करो. मैं आपको
बता दीजिए ये बात. मैंने 2
हिजाब पे बात करो. केरला हिजाब बच्ची क्रिश्चियनिटी उस पे बात करो.
यास्मीन जी, जो बात हो रही है वो कर्नाटका का जो पूरा प्रकरण था उसको लेकर के, जहां पर भी हिजाब का मुद्दा उठाया गया था. अब यहाँ इन्वेस्टिगेशन होगी. होपफुली प्रोफेसर वार्ष्णेय पार्टी इज गोइंग टू इन्वेस्टिगेट. Will you investigate, Professor Varshney? At the outset,
देखिए मैडम, यहाँ केरला की बात हो रही है. वो हो चुकी डिबेट.
अभी होगा ना. कर्नाटका में जैसे परतें खुली थी, केरला में भी खुलनी चाहिए. लेकिन I want to ask Professor Varshney a more fundamental question. I want to ask Professor Varshney a more fundamental question. The example I quoted earlier, Munambam controversy, where you had 600 Latin Catholic families who said that our land has been unfairly taken over as Waqf property. Then you had the Syro-Malabar Church, and there was a concerted attempt to try and shame them and say they are turning Islamophobic under influence of the RSS. The Syro-Malabar Church even today says that there is an attempt to do demographic change in Kerala in specific pockets. Today, this third controversy has erupted in a Catholic school. Are you saying that you will not even investigate whether there is a project and a thought-out project behind it by the likes of SDPI?
लोग पद्मजा, हम लोग तो पहले ही कह रहे हैं कि ये जो एक किसी बच्चे का ये राइट है कि वो कुछ भी पहन ले, पर स्कूल को भी ये राइट है कि वो यूनिफॉर्म का जो उनके यहाँ सिस्टम होता है वो सारे देश में हर स्कूल में लागू होता है, उसको वो फॉलो करे। ये पूरे देश में होता है। ये सही है कि कुछ बच्चे तिलक लगा के आते हैं, कुछ बच्चे कलावा पहन के आते हैं, उनको नहीं रोका जाता है, पर यह नहीं है कि वो अपनी मर्जी की टोपी पहनी आएगा, अपनी मर्जी की कोई शर्ट पहनी आएगा। ये अलाउड नहीं होता है।
Sir, will you investigate these protests or not?
दूसरी बात,
Yes
जहाँ
or
तक
no?
इन्वेस्टिगेशन की है,
Should these investigations
इन्वेस्टिगेशन हम हमेशा
investigated?
करते हैं और हम बता देते हैं कि इसमें ये सांप्रदायिक संगठन है, these are the communal organization involved in this circuit. In Karnataka, when this happened, it also happened a year before the elections. As and when election comes, these communal organizations crop up, and they try to disturb the peace of the state. And you know,
Okay, Professor Vaishnav,
Kerala
you
is the
seem to
most
have a very
secular
generous
state.
view of this, and I have to say a very evolved view of this. I certainly hope you will communicate it to the Education Minister as well. Final word, Pradeep Bhandari, 1 minute.
Well, the SDPI member asked nobody is involved in Kerala. As per the school, officially, the principal, Helena Albi, SDPI has been named by the school officially responsible for creating a communal situation. But the biggest point, Padmaja, is just before the Kerala Education Minister agreed to allow hijab, the parents agreed that they will not let the girl go with hijab.
He has never said.
The parents had agreed with the uniform,
he said
but the
nobody is
SDPI
allowed to
pressurized
have the moral
parents and
policing.
the government of
You are not
communist
supposed to
that
tell
allow
what to
hijab.
wear, not to wear.
The problem is not with the girl. The problem is that SDPI is pushing the communist government from behind to run the Islamic agenda for vote bank. That is the charge. It's the same pattern from Karnataka to Kerala.
You know,
अपनी बात करो।
And it's really tragic that this should happen in a school all over again, and political parties take sides, or worse, keep quiet on something like this because their political electoral concerns outweigh the interests of the children. I just leave it to your common sense. If for months altogether somebody has no problem with what is happening in their school, with wearing a uniform, just like all of us do, what will lead to a sudden change of mind and a drastic demand, and why would it be imposed on an institution? Are all those people present around this family just helpful, or do they come with an agenda? I will leave it to your judgment. For the time being, all gentlemen, Yasmin Farooqi and Nikat Abbas, thanks very much for joining me.